I do have the self-discipline to do it for my kids. I don't have the discipline to do it for myself. So my kids are a bigger priority to me than myself. And that doesn't admit my weakness.
No, that's not a weakness.
If I was taking care of myself, I wouldn't be 300 pounds.
You're not the only nice fucking guy.
I didn't say I was a nice guy. I didn't say
Motherfucker. Fuck you, Vaughn.
Care of myself. I do have the self-discipline to do it for my kids. I don't have the discipline to do it for myself. So my kids are a bigger priority to me than myself. And that doesn't admit my weakness.
No, that's not a weakness.
If I was taking care of myself, I wouldn't be 300 pounds.
Okay, so now you know. Okay, so now you know that. So now you have to do something about that.
I've known that for 15 years.
So now you gotta put yourself, baby. You gotta put yourself as a priority and say that I gotta take care of
I'm asking you a question.
I'm
I'm asking you a question. Mm-hmm. Have anybody seen a whole huge amount of overweight people that's old?
Yes.
A huge amount of overweight people that's
not
old.
huge. I've seen some, but not.
Because overweight. Hold on. You do see them all the time. I'm talking about, do they be 85? 87?
Nobody's gonna be 85.
A lot of people.
You know grandma with the mac and cheese.
All I'm saying is, don't say you can't put yourself first. You could be here longer if you did something about that.
That's a double standard, though.
I don't disagree.
That's
and I've tried
standard.
that spin. I've tried that spin. Like, listen, you need to get yourself healthy for your kids. But that doesn't always motivate me either. But I will give away the world to take care of my kids.
Hold up. Let me just make a statement.
Go ahead, Tracy.
Let me tell you something, right? This is a double standard, what we talking about. We ain't gonna get nowhere with this conversation because Sam, you put yourself first or who's second or who's third. Let me tell you something. It depends on the situation if you're gonna put somebody first. Because if you saying, okay, I will sacrifice my life for my kid, then you putting your kid first.
Right.
You ain't gonna let your kid die.
Right.
And say, oh, I'm gonna put myself first to take care of the rest of my kids. If you say, okay, my kid needs a transplant, you gonna give a kidney. Mm-hmm. So it's a double standard.
My father.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm just hypothetically speaking. So it's a double standard. You're never gonna win this argument because under the circumstances, you might have to sacrifice putting yourself first.
Right.
Under the circumstance.
Being first is not. You didn't get that?
First row.
Yeah, what?
She said turn the camera so when I walk by they don't see me. Let us see who just joined us. She just got here. She was coming from Philly or something. She left the key under the mat.
Hey guys,
she left the key under the mat. We started without her. She's here now.
Hey, listen, one monkey don't stop no show, right? The show must go on.
Grandmother said,
You're not a monkey.
So really quickly, we have a comment from Jermaine Harris. Hi, Jermaine. He says everyone has a distinctive formula for every aspect of their lives, and then he says your formula will not work for everyone else.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I think we should mold each other. I might bring A, B, and C to the table.
Mm-hmm.
But if she needs X, Y, and Z, can I transition a little bit and do some X, Y, and Z?
Compromise.
But a lot of times people just bring this. I got A, B, C, D, and E.
That's it.
Take it or leave it.
This is what I got.
Now, what gender does that more?
It's never.
What gender
to
does
work.
that more, men or women?
Probably women. And I'll tell you why. We have a lot more.
You can change a little something. You like them.
I'll tell you why.
You like them?
We like them.
You can't change a little something.
I said compromise. I didn't say that was me.
I said change a little
I'm all
something.
for the compromise with my husband. Like, I really am. I'm all for that. Like, whatever, baby. Like, whatever's gonna make it work, we're gonna work together.
But you also have to find somebody that's worthy of compromising.
Of that.
All right.
Of that.
But now, nothing's a guarantee, true?
It's not a guarantee, but if you don't
So
put it
as
aside,
you get
never know.
older, how long you supposed to keep waiting?
No, it's not a
So
waiting game.
shouldn't we make some quicker decisions as we get older? Or no?
It's not a waiting game.
But should we make quicker decisions on?
Absolutely.
Well, give somebody a fucking shot.
I mean, you can give everybody a shot.
Not everybody. No, you can't. You can't give everybody a shot.
You can give anybody that you feel is worthy a shot.
But a lot of times women are holding back. Nope, not him yet. No.
A lot of times women are lying, but a lot of times men are lying too.
A lot of times.
Is this Will?
I mean, you know, realistically, men and women at this point, most people go into a relationship trying to figure out what the other person are bringing to their life. They're not even looking for what they're gonna build together. They're like, well, that's the bottom line. What is he gonna bring to my life? I got 3 kids. How's he? Are you ready to come over here and be stepdaddy?
See, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna speak for me and for some women, if they feel the same way. I'm just going to be my opinion. When you have children, this is serious. When you have children that you're involving into this relationship you're trying to put together.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
People say, "Oh, we're a package deal." Da, da, da. You are, but that man has children too. Understand? So don't put yourself in a situation where you're not going to be okay with both families together, because that's where, at the end of it all, that's where we end up at. Okay? After our dating and the good times, and let's go to dinner and we going out, all the good stuff, fun stuff in the beginning. When you start getting serious, we have children involved.
If you had a 23-year-old, she said, "Mommy, I'm in love. I've been with him.
Oh no, wait.
I've been in love for 2 years. We're getting married next summer." What's your advice to her? 23 years old.
Make sure that that's what you want to do, because this is a lifetime decision.
What's your advice to her?
Absolutely.
What's your advice, Tasha?
Is this the one? Like, you know.
You can't
I'm
make
not
sure.
against marriage.
You can't
I'm
make,
not.
You can't
I'm not.
make
I would
sure.
love it. No, you can't. But if this, be sure if this is what you want.
Why
She
have
just-
you only asked
she
women
just-
questions?
She just
Because
told you
always
what
come
she
against me.
wanted.
I told you me and him will do this all day.
No, she told you what she wanted. I'm in love with him and I want to marry him.
Okay,
She's
well then
23.
if that's
Still
what you want to
23.
do, baby girl, that's go right ahead.
answer.
You know, bless
You
it.
tell your daughter the same
I'm
thing?
here. I'm around. It is what it is.
23-year-old.
No, well,
I got a
have
25-year-old.
30-year-old.
Hold on. If you had a 23-year-old,
What's the difference?
I've been with him for 2 years.
I probably would
want-
advise my daughter to not yet.
Tasha, you got a 23-year-old daughter. I'm in love, mommy, for 2 years. I want to marry him. What's your advice to her?
She's 23.
She's 23.
At 23, I would tell her to do what she wanted to do. She's grown.
Thank you.
Same way I did what I wanted to do at 23.
All right.
Well,
I had 2 kids.
Yo,
at 23.
big shout out to James E. Gant. That's one of our members, but he down south somewhere
He's one of
drinking
ours.
moonshine or something. And don't take his Modelo's. If he got Modelo's, you better drink Heineken that day. Am I right, Tosh? Don't mess with them 3 Modelo's he brought in the room.
He said 3. He said 3. Just enough for him, huh?
All right, so Jermaine Harris, another comment. He said, first off, we all followed the foundation of our mother. We never said, "Ma, I don't like that." We ate what she cooked, and for the majority of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, it was pork processed food products. DNA is a motherfucker.
All right, that's true. That's true. But I want to give on that. I like that because I want to give my mother props. She introduced me to all kind of stuff. If I didn't like it, she stayed with the 3 things I didn't like. And to this day, she know I don't like. I didn't eat collard greens till I was like 17 and like them, or 18.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that was making them was putting vinegar in the collard greens.
That shit good.
That
That's
shit good.
to you.
Right.
Shit.
I like grapefruit juice. Do you like grapefruit juice?
Yes.
You like grapefruit
No,
juice?
hell
See?
no.
But to me, it quenches your
No.
thirst. You don't need but a little bit.
That shit is horrible.
But
Nah, you gotta try to drink.
no.
Wow.
He don't have to ever like it. Cause we different.
Yeah, everybody got their own taste.
It was the vinegar is why I didn't like collard greens. I love collard greens now. Vinegar, you don't gotta cook it. You can spritz some on your plate.
Right.
You don't gotta put it on the whole
Oh,
pot.
you gotta cook
You
it.
can
You gotta cook
Now
it.
you don't have to.
Cause
Vinegar's
you
strong.
don't like it. Cause you
Yo.
don't like it.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you.
Cause
the
you
best
don't like
way
it.
to
But
eat
I love
greens.
vinegar in my food.
Put crushed red pepper on it.
But all I'm saying
Fire.
is we all are the same yet different. We're all the same
Because-
yet different.
Right.
Eating is supposed to be fun. Not no motherfucker. You gonna eat that food when you get.
Well, I'm glad you ain't growing in my house.
Do your parents eat stuff they don't like? When they was feeding you? When you were growing up, did your parents ever eat something they didn't like?
I wouldn't even
Nope.
know if they
No, they
like
wouldn't
it.
cook
They
it.
just
They
wouldn't
wouldn't
make
cook
it.
it.
Right.
No, they won't.
They just
Why are you making me eat something I don't like?
Because you're
Because
different.
you
Your
can't.
taste
No, hold
buds
on.
are different than
Time out.
theirs.
Time
They
out.
think you might like it. Who knows?
I can see right after we got
I didn't eat seafood till I got older. Now
Seafood
I
is for older people though.
I love it.
I love it.
It's for older people.
My
If you're
daughter and I love
struggling,
it.
your kids don't need to be eating shrimp if you're struggling.
Vaughn.
And lobster.
Vaughn.
If you're struggling.
Vaughn.
He's talking about struggling.
No. She said she didn't like seafood until she got older. She could have a successful childhood with no seafood.
Vaughn.
True?
Vaughn,
We
you
have
know,
fish sticks. These little 12-year-olds want.
Vaughn, you know why you
They
ate?
want-
You know why you ate things you
They
didn't
want
like,
lobster.
Vaughn?
Tasha.
You want crab
Fish
legs?
sticks.
He don't listen.
Crab legs.
Vaughn, do you know why you ate things you didn't like?
I didn't nothing I
Because
didn't
your
like.
parents told you to.
I didn't know. That's why I gave my mother props just now. She didn't make me do that.
Listen,
You're gonna try it though.
I'm
You're gonna try it.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Our generation, and I can pretty much say we're all here the same age, we fucked up the next generation.
Nope.
Spoiled them.
Yeah, we absolutely did.
Ah, you lost me,
We fucked up
oh.
the next generation.
Nope.
You know why?
Spoiled them.
Because
No.
we taught them that their opinion mattered.
Yeah.
Their whole life.
Right.
They spoil like fuck.
We taught them that's why they're doing street takeovers and running each other over with their cars. Because they believe, well, this is what we want to do, and you guys always told us if we want something, we should be allowed to do it. That's what we taught them. You know what? I ate what my mother cooked.
that. I
because
think we're the ones doing that shit.
No, we're
Our
absolutely weren't.
parents fucked it up. My son ain't doing nothing he just said. My son 28, he ain't doing nothing he just said. We're doing what he just said. Us.
Alright,
What he just said is what
tell you
we're
something.
doing.
Back in the days, what they made,
Josh,
if
I
you
know I need
ain't
some
want it,
feedback.
if
You
you
ain't
ain't
want it,
eat,
you
you
ain't
not
eat.
eating.
You ain't one.
You
You
just
ain't.
not gonna eat.
I used to watch my ex-wife
give a fuck.
make two different.
My sister didn't like
or
peas.
3 different
She would
meals
have them in the
for the
as
kids
long
at
as
the
they're
house.
off the plate, she could get up from the table. They fucking draw like a squirrel.
You know that when my mother cooked something I didn't like,
You didn't eat.
I had to eat cereal. That's it. And if there was no cereal
But
or
that's still
milk,
not. That's still.
I was
But that's
done.
still not forcing you to eat.
I would go to sleep hungry.
Which one? Okay, no, I didn't get to that one yet.
But the crazy thing is, if I didn't like what my mother cooked, I better not go eat her cereal. She made a meal. That cereal is breakfast for the next day.
See, but my mother.
You don't want this? Take your ass in your room and eat sleep for dinner.
when
Hold on. Let me tell you a story about my mother. My mother was Miss Crawford. She was a junior high school teacher in Stanford. Many people know her. One day I got in trouble in school for something. My mother.
hold on, what'd you do?
I don't even remember. I did a lot of shit, but I don't remember what I did that
He
time.
remembers.
I think I handed out markers.
Ladies and
And,
gentlemen, he remembers.
honestly, I think I handed out markers and we graffitied the bus, but it may not have been that time.
You were just struck.
I got in trouble a lot,
Hold on,
so I
what
don't
else
remember
you
which time it
What else
was.
you-
I did a lot of shit. I'm not gonna. Now listen, I'm being honest with you. I did a lot of shit, so I don't know which time it was.
Tasha, he handled being
My mother.
Tasha, he handled being on the spot pretty good.
Listen,
Y'all
I,
be having no one-on-ones over there for real.
Stop. We do.
My mother-
It has to do with
Why?
this. Relax. We gotta read the comic.
my mother,
Stop.
who was a teacher
I could have let him talk.
in my middle school, walked into my homeroom, Mr. Kafina's class, in front of the entire class, opened the door, didn't say anything to anyone in the class,
Right.
pointed at me, and said, I'm gonna kick your ass when we get home, and walked the fuck out the room. Didn't get in trouble because she was at work, at her school. The kids all looked at me like, yo, you gonna get the shit kicked out of you. And when I got home, did get the shit kicked out of me. Parents don't do that anymore. My kid got in trouble. They told me I wasn't allowed to come to school because parents aren't allowed in school during school hours. Our kids are just raised different.
They got too much freedom. Too much freedom.
The kids have all the power.
Now we're seeing so many things that's happening that is so weird for me to see because, you know, I respect the gay community and everything, but, you know, now with the new thing with the transgender stuff, like, even little kids are seeing stuff like that, and I don't know. I just don't feel that's right.
No, listen, come on.
That ain't right at all.
It ain't right, but let's be honest.
You know,
We all had gay people in our
Okay,
school.
so I want to read
yeah.
a couple of comments. Let me read a couple of comments. Jermaine Harris says those type of conversations should be had nowadays at the age of 13 and up for boys and girls.
Which conversations?
Not sure because he posted it a few minutes ago. And this one he just posted. You cannot instill real topics about relationships into a mindset of someone who's having sex at 19, 20 and up about if they should embark on marriage or not. They're making decisions based sometimes on emotion.
At that moment.
Oh, you know what?
Datron Scott said, Harry O gotta say something.
He did though.
My boy
He did
Dave.
earlier.
That's day 8.
Yeah.
Dave, what up, kid?
Hey, and let me make one comment on Vaughn's question.
Hey, you can't
Wait.
talk when Vaughn in this motherfucker. So
Wait.
I'm not even gonna waste my fucking time, bro.
Oh my
Yo,
god.
one thing when Vaughn asked you guys about the 23-year-old daughter.
That motherfucker get
If-
on
if-
the mic.
I don't have a daughter that old, but I have a son who's 20 now.
Real.
If he came to me and asked me about marriage right now, my answer to him would be clearly, I don't know how to have a successful relationship.
My boy 8, what up, 8?
You know, I have 5 kids and 2 mothers of those kids, 4 with one and 1 with another. I can't tell you how to do it right because clearly I have not gotten it right. So go ahead and try what you think is going to work. And if it, you know, and try it your way. If you think this is the one, I know people who have been married since they were 18 and are still married in the 70s. I know people who got married at 18 and were divorced before they got 19. I don't know the answer. So if you think this
I don't
is
know
it,
if there's a
go
right
for it.
answer.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not going to be the end all for you.
I don't know because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Love know no boundaries.
You absolutely right.
So when you have a young adult and they want to move on with their life, if they want to do that, like my daughter got married, she ain't asked me shit. She said, "Yo, I'm getting married tomorrow." I said, well, "Damn."
Wow.
Her mama, her mama has some input. I didn't. So, and I was like, "Yo, I'm cool." So, I mean, you gotta let people live their life.
You're better than me.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Any of my daughters call me up to tell me they're getting married tomorrow, we got a
that's
fucking
just
problem.
hypothetical.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Oh, that's hypothetical.
We are closer than you to tell me you're getting married
No,
tomorrow.
that's just hypothetical.
Okay.
You know, it
I thought
seems
that
like
really happened
tomorrow.
to you.
It wasn't like tomorrow. No, I knew about it, but
Oh, okay.
you know,
I'm sorry.
I didn't have I had no input on it because you have to let these kids. You got to learn on your own. Like the way I was raised, you know, in the 70s, my mother was like, "Listen, make your bed, you gonna lie in that motherfucker." So it was no such thing of she said, "Yo, don't go on the streets. You're going to jail." Then listen, what
First thing you
happened?
did was go on the street.
Right in the street, and guess what? When I was in jail, she's like, "All right."
Told you.
She came one time. Listen, how much time you got to do? I said, 2 years flat. She said, "Okay, I'll see you when you get home, because I told you." And you go back to that cell and you're crying and shit, and you don't want to listen.
I'll tell you.
And I'll tell you this. Hold on,
Right.
and I'm gonna be done with it. If you want to do something with your life, I advise you do it, but you better think real hard and be clear on what you're doing with your life, because you only got one. You can't make those rational decisions. Because I never been married or whatever, but I dated a lot, which was a bad idea. Anyway, but however, you know, it taught me to be a man that I am today. You know, I don't get high. I drink. Don't get. Let me rephrase that. I don't use drugs, but I'll fuck some liquor up. But you know what I mean? You have to understand what you're doing. You can't make rational decisions and just jump into something, you know. But most people don't really understand decision making. Even to this day, as a grown man, 49, I still make horrible decisions, you know. But it comes as a learning experience. If you make a bad decision, you gotta learn from it. so you don't keep making the same mistakes, you know.
I agree with you,
Right.
but I think there's a different spin there. I don't think it's that most people don't understand decision making. I think a lot of people don't understand consequences from decisions.
The consequences
That's basically.
I can tell you this: my mother,
That's
who
one
was
of
a
the same.
teacher,
Absolutely.
I never had a curfew in my life living with my mother. Her thing was, I don't care if you come in this house at 4:30 in the morning.
Right.
Understand at 7 o'clock, you need to wake up and go to school.
You going right?
So if you want to hang out all night, go for it. But at 7 o'clock,
You going
get your ass up and go to school. If you don't want to be miserably tired going to school, I suggest you don't bring your ass
That's
in
a
there
consequence.
at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Facts. Well, you lucky because we came in at you ain't getting in.
Well,
You're not. You're not getting
and
out.
I was talking to your son about this
You
earlier.
ain't getting
I said,
in.
my mother refused to punish us as kids because she realized that punishing us was punishing herself. In the
Yeah,
summer-
hurts her to do it.
In the summertime, she would say, you did this, you can't go outside for a week. And then only realizes she trapped herself in the house with me
To watch you.
for a week.
Right.
She'd be like, hold on, you're gonna ruin in my piece.
Right.
Take your ass back outside.
You know why it's fine, guys.
Yeah, go back outside. You know, and she would, her curfew thing was, in order for me to enforce your curfew, I have to be awake to make sure you're in the house. And she slept so good, she was like, I would have to be kind of awake to even make sure you didn't leave.
Right.
That's not worth it to me.
Right.
What's
I'm
worth it to
losing
me
sleep
is
trying
to
to
be the one to
make-
walk in your room and kick your bed at 7 o'clock and make you be miserable watching you get ready for school, knowing you've only had an hour and a half of sleep. That was more satisfying than punishing your ass for coming in the house at 2 in the morning.
That's a fact. I totally agree with
I
that.
just knew better.
Listen, we
I
wasn't
mean,
getting in the
I
house.
knew better. I didn't even want to cross that line. No, nah. I was in the house.
You ain't getting in.
Well, listen, every house had their rules. My house was the house, and I'm not sure if you came to my house as a kid, but my house was the house that everyone was welcomed at.
Yeah.
You know, anyone could come to my house. You could stay the night. You could hang out and play
Doors just
Nintendo
open.
That had to
or
be
whatever.
fun.
It was
That
because,
had to be fun.
and my mother did that because that's the way her parents did it.
Yeah.
And her thing was, you know why I do that?
Because you're safe. You're
Yeah.
in the house.
Well, no, not that. But when you go out and I hear stories about John and Mike and Tim, I know who John, Mike, and Tim are because they were here yesterday.
Yeah.
I know who every one of your friends are because they're all here. I don't have to worry about who you're with.
Right.
I know every one of your friends. Not to mention she was a teacher, so she knows them anyway. Now it was terrible for me because all the students hung out at my house. So it
Yeah.
was awful.
Yeah.
But
Including me. Don't make me feel bad. Okay, so. Because I was right over there.
everyone was.
Okay, so something else that
Jermaine.
I would like to put on the table. Welcome back, Vaughn Live. Welcome back, sir. Thank you for taking your call outside. We appreciate that.
It's a business call. I
yes,
run
yes.
One Stop Entertainment, LLC.
Okay, this is not a promotion.
okay,
Come on,
so-
man.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. One Stop Entertainment, LLC. Weddings, bar mitzvahs, parties, reunions, whatever you got. I got videographers, I got photographers, DJs, caterers, cupcake ladies, birthday cake, all that. So, yeah, I took a call. Oh yeah, I want to tell y'all something. I'm about to put together a mock wedding. Nobody's getting married, but I want anybody who has a business that serves weddings, such as Cupcake Lady, all that stuff I just named, and it's gonna be like a pop-up shop, but it's not gonna be called a pop-up shop. It's gonna be called a mock wedding. I want the ladies and gentlemen that might be getting married or having a birthday party or a certain anniversary to come. You're gonna have to pay to get in. The vendors, because it's gonna be similar to a pop-up shop. If Tasha, you make cakes, you're gonna have to pay a certain entry fee to be able to serve your cakes. Telling people at a wedding expo.
I'll be there with my lingerie
Yeah, 'cause
and
you
my
have-
adult novelties.
Right.
The Diva Romance collection will be in the building.
And so, like, See, that's what I'm saying. Because you need that for the honeymoon. You need that before you get married. So what I'm saying is, it's gonna be similar to style as a pop-up shop, but instead of telling people you make cakes and giving out business cards, how about if you get to taste the cake? How about if you get to see the bar and wait staff? How about if you get to taste the food from Just Whistle Catering? See, you got a free plug. It's gonna cost you.
It ain't gonna cost him though, because apparently this is free.
I'm setting it up, and everybody. I'm gonna ask you this: if you had a business,
I do have a
listen.
I haven't mentioned it today.
Listen. Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying.
You should.
Hold on, you can mention it. But listen,
I'm here for it. It's all good.
Listen, say you had a business that did catering. Would you pay $300 and spend your money to cook the food to a potential 200, 250 people? If you get a 10% turnover, that's 20 gigs. Would you make that investment? Is 300 too much for you to come? Plus, you got to do whatever you do at that event. Is that too much for you? For a potential of 250 people.
I've done it multiple times.
Anybody else? That sounds decent,
no,
right?
it definitely does.
If you get 10 gigs out of it.
How do they get in touch with you if they want to get on?
203 5. Matter of fact, no. I'll give you the business number.
203
479. It's a business number. I'm a business. 203-479-0044. One Stop Entertainment. Just leave your name. I'm gonna pick up. It calls my phone, and we're gonna do this.
All right now.
So
holla back.
And yes, it is about promoting whatever we do.
Congratulations. Love it. Okay, so this is a topic that we've touched on before, but it keeps coming up. And someone was having a conversation the other day at my place of employment, and I said, you know what? I want to put that back on the table again. We do have a couple of guest hosts. They're joining us. They kind of went to take a little smoke break. You know, we don't allow smoking in the crib.
She's smoking in the crib. I'm just saying. It's allowed.
Is my
knock it
daughter
off.
walking there?
It don't dry in mine. Mine is safe.
Keep talking, Tosh.
Yeah. So the topic that I want to put back on the table is there was a study done on how many men and women are in nursing homes. And statistics showed that there are 80% more men, 80% more men in nursing homes than there are women. And reason being, those men are not married. Their children either don't rock with them like that or whatever the situation may be, but they're not there to help and support them during times where they need it, when they're unable to do things for themselves. And I thought that was very interesting because the person talking about it was saying this is the reason why men need to get married. And it's okay to sow your royal oats, as they say, and do your thing. But at what point does a man say, okay, listen, I'm at an age now where I need to start focusing on the next chapter of my life. I want to have a woman, there to take care of me, and then I take care of her, and we travel and enjoy life together and split some bills, whatever, join families, whatever, right? Why is it no longer about that? Why is it just basically a free-for-all out there? We've somehow lost the foundation of, courting and getting to know each other. I personally feel like you should live together before you get married. I know that's very unorthodox, but that's how I feel personally, because I think that you really don't know a person until you do live with them. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying live with them 2-3 years, but at least a good year. In a year you're going to know if you can live with somebody or not. I don't think it should take more than a year to know that, right? But I do think that that's super important to do, before you make that commitment. But I know that's not, typically how it's done. I'm just saying. At any rate, my point is, why do you think men are choosing to not get married? Or perhaps man can be, or perhaps date women who are a little younger who have no intentions on taking care of an old ass man when he's unable to take care of himself, and then she goes off and gets a man who's maybe more her age, maybe not as old as him, whatever, right? Why do you think that that's becoming like the new thing? Because a lot of men are going for younger women, but then when they get old and they can't take care of themselves, these women move on with their lives. So that's the topic that I wanted to touch on again, because there's a lot of y'all old horny men in the nursing homes. Okay, y'all ain't getting no visitors either. Ain't nobody coming to see y'all. Nobody.
Okay.
I got
that's a good one.
As a man,
That's a good one.
A man should respond to that.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm gonna tell you, it's two different things.
Okay.
I want to say I don't think the majority of men don't want to get married. I think the majority of men that are not married, there's so many women that got so many check boxes, and he don't fit all of them,
my God,
and he
no.
doesn't get selected.
No, I disagree.
Because
Oh my
a
God.
lot of women, the average salary for a black man in this country, 2023, is $47,000 a year. That's all the black men from like 21 on up, right? The average woman, the salary is less than that. But the average woman doesn't want somebody that makes 47. Because
But we're not just talking about finances.
hold on. Finances is what can help people get together. If finances ain't right, y'all don't pick us. Y'all don't pick us if
Yeah, but no,
finances
but
ain't
that's
right.
not. No, I wouldn't do. Don't do that because when most people get married, usually, right, traditionally, they're young. Most people get married. Would you say like between age 25, 30, 30?
No, y'all said y'all wouldn't advise that.
I'm not sure what you're talking about right now.
23.
But what I'm saying is, when they get married between that age bracket, right, which is traditional, right? Usually they don't have shit. They fresh out of school. They got college debt. They don't know the first thing
But
about
you
living
asked
on
me
their
about
own.
older men.
Right? No.
You asked me about older men.
No, you're the one who brought up the finances. And you were
An
saying...
older man is
right.
not getting married because a lot of people are not selecting him because of his finances.
Okay,
'Cause y'all don't wanna settle.
But yet, when people get married, when they're supposed to get married, they're getting married broke. Both of them. Broke. So what difference does it make is my
Because
point.
the older man...
What difference does it make?
Because the older woman doesn't want the older man to be broke.
And the older man wants the woman to be broke, bro?
I didn't say that.
Because you're at a different point in your life.
Right.
Okay.
And so these guys are not being even chosen because 47,000 ain't enough for most women from a man.
Listen, I don't know who done told you that a woman is concerned with a man not making more than $47,000. A woman is okay with that. A woman just wants a good man.
Yeah.
She could give a damn if he make $47,000 or $77,000, and that's real shit for your ass.
What about
We just want a
$27,000?
good man.
He's a good man,
Listen, if he make
$27,000.
$27,000, but he helped me keep the house together, he cook a meal or two, he good to the kids.
But that's personal.
He
What do you
good
think
to
the
me.
what do you
I
think-
don't give a damn.
Good.
That's covering the groceries. That's covering the cable. That's covering the car insurance.
I don't know what type
Baby,
of woman
I
you
can
are.
make it. I can make it the rest of the way. I can make it the rest of the way. You understand? It's more important for me to have a good ass nigga. That's what's more important to me
Yeah, I
personally.
wanna
At
have a
this
man.
point in my life, I'm just saying. Listen. No, I don't want to raise nobody's son. No, I have my own son. God gave me one for a reason. I have my own son. You did? Okay? I don't want to raise nobody else's son. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, bro, you gotta come with something on the table. You can't just come with dick.
Right.
That get old real quick, bro. That good
Real
dick, that
quick.
good head
And
gets
so
old real
like I
quick.
said,
Real
there's
quick.
certain men whose resources are not to the level that the women think they should be, and so they don't get selected. It's not that they don't want to get married.
And then women are not getting selected because they're quote unquote, as you guys say, aged, seasoned, old.
What?
So y'all don't want women that are in your age bracket
Bullshit.
either.
Bullshit.
You like an older woman? You like a cougar?
if you are more
You
than
like
five,
her?
if you are more than 5 years younger than me, keep moving. I got
You
nothing
gotta
for you.
repeat the thing so they could both understand.
Yeah, because I have my opinion on
If we got
that.
Vaughn's opinion,
I have, and
now
from
I wanna
experience,
I want to hear them.
Has
If you are more than
happened.
5 years younger than me, I have no use for you.
Okay. Love it, by the way.
And that doesn't. that when I get older, it's still gonna be 5 years. If I'm 50, if you're 44, I got.
What's your main reason for that?
Because you are still going through shit. I don't want to go through shit. Go through no more. I've already been through it. I don't want to go again.
Listen, yeah.
And that's just fact.
Right.
And I'm not telling you don't deserve to go through it. If you don't deserve to get what comes from it. I don't want to do it again.
Right.
I already did it.
He's like, I just don't want it. I'm just saying, that's my opinion.
Right.
Listen, there's a lot of things in life. Like I'll say this, and I hope this doesn't offend anyone. If you have 4 kids and 4 baby daddies, I hope you're doing good. I can't date you. That's too many men for me to have to deal with. I don't want to deal with 4 different men coming by my house all the fucking time.
You're entitled to that.
Yeah, like, and I'm not telling you there's nothing wrong with you.
Because as a woman, if you have fucking 4 and 5 baby mothers, no, I do not care to deal with that.
I'm not telling you you're not doing your thing. I'm
we
not
could be
telling you
cool.
you're successful.
Wait a minute.
But like,
I'm sorry.
why?
I'm sorry. But so Vaughn says to me the other day, he and I were on the phone, people. He and I were on the phone having a conversation, and he said to me that, you know,
you wrote it down?
A woman who has 2 baby daddies, right?
That's not true.
She has less of a chance of getting a man because she got 2 baby daddies.
That's not
Right?
true.
That's a lie.
Okay.
So I heard, right? Is that what you said? I'm not misquoting you. I'm saying what you said, right?
Cut it
You
out.
single?
So are you. Stop it. Don't do
No, I'm
that.
not right. They
Oh, because you know I'm the wrong person to come for. You better stop. Go ahead. Go right
Hold
ahead.
on. Hold on. Stop. Hold on.
Stop.
Before you go on. Fine, how
Go
many
right
kids you
ahead.
got?
Repeat what you was
Yeah, one kid.
the
Okay.
topic. Repeat
Okay.
so that them two can chime in. 'Cause I have an opinion on that.
Okay.
I absolutely do.
Okay.
And I
Yep,
said,
I
I'm
wanna
not going
talk.
to be just doing this shit all over the place.
All right, if we're gonna do a podcast, it'll be private conversations or something.
No, that was live. That was live. We was on camera.
I'm getting out of here shortly.
I'm leaving too in like 10
We
minutes.
don't get this shit together.
It's already together.
Now,
Let her
so
say-
what do you want us to know? What do you want to chime us in on?
We were just discussing the fact that there are 80% more men in nursing homes than there are women. And the reason for that is because these men have chosen to be single or have done
Or not been selected.
or right?
Yeah,
Their children don't fuck with them like that, right? No family comes to visit them. These men are left in these nursing homes to rot.
So he didn't do the right thing. He didn't do the right thing.
He didn't do the right
The
thing.
majority of men.
80%, because you love your percentages, Vaughn.
No, hold on.
80% of men
Hold
are
on.
in nursing homes
You gotta have-
with no one.
You have to be able to break that down
Because
more
she
too.
said-
I
That
am
doesn't
going
make
to.
it
Hold
true.
on.
Okay.
And so I was overhearing a conversation that was being had in my work the other day. And the woman was just saying, you know, it's really sad that these men are not getting married these days, you know? And they're putting themselves in positions where they're going into nursing homes, they have no one to take care of them. You know, they're on their own basically in their old age. And the reason for it is one particular person they were talking about dated a younger woman. He dated a younger woman. After he did whatever to his wife, he dated a younger woman. Well, when he got old and got sick, she left.
After you
Right?
chime
She
in,
left.
I
So now,
want to comment.
so what they're saying is this is the big thing, and you guys know this is the big thing too. Right now, is a lot of men are getting women who are much younger, right? Right? They can say after the whole Kevin Samuels movement.
They don't
'cause
want an old guy.
I call that a Kevin Samuels movement, right? Okay. During that, and may he rest in peace. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to his memory or anything, but what I am saying is that caused the whole ruckus. His ways of thinking, right? So what he did in that.
I don't even know who he is, to be honest.
Okay, good, because I didn't until he put me on.
Okay.
Ironically.
I don't want you to think that I'm nodding because I know
Read
what you're
that.
talking about.
Just read the first sentence. Read. Read on. Like the
Out
Israelites.
loud.
Read it.
I read it. Oh, you want to read it out loud?
loud, yeah.
Oh, you said read it. I'm sorry. For those aged 65 to 74 who reside in the USA nursing homes, for every 100 men, there's 132 women.
That's a lie. I'm telling you that's a lie. I ain't telling you that's a lie. First of all,
But hold on, no.
First of all,
Continue with your
let me
reason.
just say this.
I want to weigh in.
Let
So
me just say this. Let me just say this. First of all,
I put which gender is the nursing home
I
for?
personally work in the medical field. I know what I see every day.
That's one spot.
Understand?
That's
No,
one
no,
spot.
sir. It's not one spot. I've worked at 12 different medical facilities. Understand? From the hospital to private to mom and pops, I've done it all. Hear me clearly. I'm experienced in what I'm saying and what I'm telling you right now. And I started out as a home health aide. That's how I started out. I was one of them chicks, that's right, went to that little 8-hour program and got my little certificate, okay? That's how I started out. Listen, let me finish. I was working in
Keep that energy, though.
I was working in the nursing homes, and I know what I saw.
Yep.
Understand?
Yeah.
I'm telling you from experience. Now, this can be, I'm not saying Caucasian, I can't include the Caucasian people, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to make it a race thing, but you guys know, often it's a race thing, okay? Our people, we leave our people. And that shit ain't right. You understand what I'm saying? That shit ain't right. You can't leave your people in the hands of other people because you don't know what those people are doing to your kin.
Right.
Yep.
You don't know what they do. I done seen some shit. I done seen some shit, I'm telling y'all. So I don't mean to be mean or rude or nothing because I don't know y'all family dynamics. But if it's your blood and you could do something for them, you could help them, man. You could get a check nowadays. You could get
I was gonna
paid.
say they
I just
actually
okay.
want
help
to chime in real quick. I'm gonna let you go first because I know.
Yeah.
But I could be quick.
No, go ahead.
But anyway, I'm sorry guys.
What
We went off topic for a minute because
Yeah,
I'm very compassionate about that.
Let me just be clear on this issue. My mother told me this too. She said, Harry, you right, because when you get old, you might need somebody to wipe your ass. That's just facts. So I agree with you, Tosh. I don't know the percentage of it, but I know for a fact, if you have somebody who loves you and willing to clean your ass when you get sick, and vice versa, because if you want the glamour chick per se, and you got bread and you older, and you know, when that time come, she's gone. Your ass gonna be in that place,
100%.
stinking, being mistreated.
mad as fuck at the world because
Being mistreated, and you're gonna die alone.
I work in
Yes.
a nursing home and
That's
listen.
You worked
That's
there
why-
how many years?
right.
Like 10 years?
Eight-
You worked 8
8
years?
years.
Now hold on, before y'all go off the tangent,
Yeah.
I was trying to finish.
I just want to ask one question. Are you done?
No,
Are you done?
no.
Oh no, let him finish. No, because they were about to try to finish.
No, I was talking to the men out there.
Yeah, finish.
You know, and I'm guilty of it. I'm not guilty of. I don't like young girls. Me personally, I always dated older women. I always loved older women. Even when I was in my 20s, when I was coming up, I had girls in the age bracket. But if anybody know me in my personal life, I always had older women. I just got on a relationship 2.5 years ago. My woman was over 50. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my ex-girl was over 50 years old. I don't fuck with little girl. I never lived with a young girl, ever. Every woman I lived with or we shared an apartment with, she was always older than me. I never, in my 40s, dated a girl that was like super young. You know what I mean? I knocked them off. There's a difference. But dating them and having like a real relationship with them, it just didn't happen.
There's nothing a girl that's more than 5 years younger than me can do for me for more than a week. And that's
knock them
that's a
off
fact.
and keep it moving.
And keep going. But here is my question, and I will ask it in this manner. When you guys talk about how many men are in these homes alone,
You read it.
No. But I understand what you said. But in the homes alone with no one and whatever, however you wanted to put it, how many of those men had to give away half their shit? How many times in their life because they got divorced?
They don't see that. When she asked why they don't want to get married, what do they get out of being married?
Like I said, in order to get divorced, I had to give away 2 houses and 2 cars.
Bad motherfucker. Alright, that's man.
Now, honestly, how many of those guys in those homes by themselves? How many times they had to give away half their shit?
That's why OJ did what
It
he
ended
did.
up in those homes.
OJ ain't do
That's
that
what
shit.
he know about it.
Now I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying all of them
He ain't
did.
do it. He
But don't tell me that's not the reason some of them are in the homes by themselves. Because they can't afford it any other way now.
I look at that like I look at that like that's life happened.
You get him over with
Yeah.
$200 to get
His life.
This life happened to him.
That's not everybody, but his life.
Yeah.
Rose,
Happened to him.
Rose, I'm 56. If I got married today, what do I get?
nothing. You get love.
Hold on.
A woman taking care of you.
Why do you want to get married?
A woman taking
No.
No, I'm asking a
What you
question.
should be getting is what you want.
There you go.
I'm asking you,
What
what
you
is
should-
the average woman gonna give me?
I don't know what that woman's gonna give
Okay,
me. I'm
okay,
not
then
her.
that's
I'm
done.
me. I know what I can offer a man.
Okay,
I know
what?
what I am.
Right.
I can.
If I married you
I was
today-
raised right.
Well,
I
now-
know how to be
okay,
somebody's
you
wife.
can't
Trust
give
me.
her.
I'm
At this
asking what
point in
do I
life,
get?
when I
You
get
don't
married,
know
I
that,
want a man that I
bro.
want. I want to be
you
able to
have to
wipe his
figure that
ass
out.
when he gets older.
All right.
I will do all those things for him. I want to get married for love and for what we have. I don't want to get married for no other reason.
Okay, now I'm asking you
Okay.
a question.
And I don't want to
Here's
get married.
and
just
to
to
go
get
off
my
of what
ass
Tasha
right
was
when I
talking
get
about,
old.
Right.
an older
I
man
don't
gets
want-
you start dating a
I
younger
know.
woman for because you're thinking with your
I want to
bottom
be
head and
saved
not your
by
top.
God. I don't want to
Okay.
go.
No.
That's what. Yes,
I don't
it is.
wanna have
Because then
to
you
live
end up
like
and you
that.
think this. Did you really think that this young girl was really thinking future wives?
No.
No.
No, hold on. You know what a young girl is?
Y'all changing, y'all changing the conversation.
No, that's
Hold on.
That's the question I asked
I'm gonna
her.
shut this down real quick.
No,
Hold on. Let me
It's
answer
already
that
shut
question.
down.
You know why we get a young girl?
Because y'all thinking what y'all.
You know what? Hold on.
Y'all not.
You know,
y'all
hold
not
on.
thinking future.
I'm
Y'all
gonna
thinking
answer
the moment.
you. No. You know why we marry a young girl? The agreement for the young girl is we will spoil you and we'll have a young girl to show up.
Everything.
That's all it is. I don't love you and you don't love me.
And that's how you end up by yourself at the nursing home and this is way over there.
Oh, no.
But she
Not
wasn't
me.
thinking that.
Not me.
I want
she
to
was
marry.
thinking
I want
that.
to marry a man
She was
that
thinking
wants to
that.
be with me in the future.
Listen, I'm
You feel me?
46.
I want you to
Hold
love
on.
me forever.
I'm gonna put myself
and
on
I'm
blast.
gonna offer that as well.
I'm gonna put
Return,
myself
like,
on blast.
You know.
I am a 46-year-old man.
Damn, you that old? You the oldest one here.
No, hell, I know you're
No, I'm
older than me.
48.
What the fuck? Yo, we
As
don't
a
usually have 46-year-olds.
This dude is.
He lied.
Listen.
I'm 48.
He said that. He said that.
We don't usually have 46-year-olds.
As a 46-year-old man, as a 46-year-old man, I know there ain't shit I can do physically for a 26-year-old girl. I'm telling you, no, Vaughn, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. I would have to suck, fucking stick shit in every hole in her body to even come close.
I do not endorse this message.
So what? A 26-year? Listen, hold on, Mom. Are you as good as you were at 26?
I think I'm better.
I'm telling you, you're not.
I'm doing amazing things right now.
I'm telling you, without ever having been with you, I'm telling you,
Amazing things right
you
now.
might be a better person, but sexually, you are not. We can't do what we did at 26.
You don't know that.
No,
for yourself.
we know more.
can't-
Speak for yourself.
Right.
No.
You
Hold on.
can't do what
Ask
we
these
did at
26-year-old
26.
women
No.
are they better than they was at 21?
No.
Hold up.
Goddamn
Hold
right.
up.
I think I am.
Ask these 21-year-old women. Are they? Hold up.
We know
Hold
more.
up. Hold up, please. You said we not better, taking away from us. Ask any one of them, are they better than they was at 21 when they get in the bedroom? Ask them.
Absolutely. You know why?
All right then.
know why?
No, I know.
Thank you.
I already know.
Thank you.
I already know.
No, listen.
And everybody can't get that.
I'm
I'm gonna
agreeing
give
with
all of that though
Who
to the
to get?
man
Who
I'm
to
gonna
get?
marry.
I'm
I'm
agreeing
sorry,
with
I gotta chime in. I gotta chime in right there. Cut.
Go ahead, Diva.
I don't care.
Diva, this
I
is
gotta
your
chime
lane.
in. I gotta chime in. He
After
just said
44, they
he
horny
said
as
a
fuck.
He said a 21-year-old can't do, right? A 44?
No, that's what he said.
I'm 46.
I didn't say
And
that.
you said what?
Listen, I can't do what I did when I was
Don't
26.
put it on
That's
me.
what he said.
I know more,
I could.
and I can satisfy you.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm not hitting it like I was when I was 26. For 26, I had 2-3 hours for you.
Okay.
At 46,
I never had
you
that.
got 20 minutes. You better enjoy it.
Got you.
I never fought for 3 hours. When I'm done, I'm out.
I don't do 20 minutes.
But you know what? I'm man enough to tell you the truth. At 46, you got 20 minutes. I'm going to sleep.
That's him.
Sometimes not even.
That's my whole
Sometimes
life story right there.
Go for it.
I'm not
Okay.
I'm not having
let me-
sex
let
for
me
no
read-
hours, bro.
Let me read some of the comments.
Not doing
Let
All
me
you
read
gotta do
some
is
of the
cleanse your
comments.
body up.
Yo, I'll knock you off in 12
Yo, so Vaughn is lying to himself.
Right.
Lying to what? I didn't say nothing.
You got
I
hours?
don't
You got
hours?
hours?
bro.
They don't need hours.
Do you have hours?
They don't need hours.
Hold on. Answer the question.
You think
don't know that.
you don't need 3 hours? What you gonna be doing all that
Our
time?
life?
No, no.
Right.
You got
hours.
in their
You wanna
40s,
get
they're
paid
in their
No,
sexual
she
prime.
don't. No, she don't.
And it sucks that you guys are in your sexual prime.
break
No, 3 hours is 3
I ain't
hours.
there. And here's what sucks.
Let me tell you something.
3 hours.
You
I
can
can't.
still
I'm
have
straight.
2
Don't ever call
hours.
me if you want. 3
You can
hours.
still have 2 hours of really good lovemaking. You can. It's
The
not
problem is-
about. This is the problem. A lot of men seem to think
No
that
foreplay. That's
that
what
for
they fucking
women,
up
right? Well, yeah.
That's what
And
I'm-
a lot
You
of
get
men
45 minutes out of that.
A woman
Foreplay
needs,
is what we
30,
like.
40 minutes of him
Foreplay
humping
is-
on her. No, we
You
don't
get
need all
45
that.
Right,
We don't
right,
need-
right.
we
I'm
don't
not
need all
saying-
that.
No, no, no.
We don't need all that. But how about we play some strip poker?
But-
How about we do some
Get the
freaky
cars,
shit?
motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? How about we do some freaky
Yeah,
shit?
I'm gonna look you
How
right
about
now.
we take some shots? How
I'm
about
gonna
you
get the cars,
give
get
me
the
a
cars
massage?
in
I
the
give you a
liver.
I'm gonna look
massage.
you
Right,
in
You
your
understand
eyes
what
right
I'm
now.
saying?
Hold on.
There's so much shit
Look
we
me
can
in my
do.
look me in my eyes right now.
Looking you in
Men
your
don't know how
eyes.
to be
You're
respectful.
talking as a
Please,
woman
man.
of my age. A 26-year-old
No,
girl
no,
don't
that's
know.
not what I was
Right.
saying.
No, no,
I
hold
was
on.
speaking off of what he was
Right, but
saying.
what I originally
I heard
said,
over him though.
but what I originally
wasn't
said is I don't have nothing to give a 26-year-old girl because she don't understand.
All right,
that.
give him my
She,
number.
hold on. She wants a 26-year-old to pound her out for 2 hours. I ain't got it for you.
Them niggas come in 37 seconds.
And this is something
When
that I
you're
said
young,
before.
that shit- what the fuck?
Even when younger women date
Them niggas
older
still-
guys,
he come
they
in
still
37
desire
seconds.
younger men's
That's what I
sex.
said. I ain't got it for you.
It's
I'm
sex.
You're with me for my money. I'm
Yeah.
with you because you're 26.
Yes.
That's the exchange.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the
You
exchange.
you don't think
I understand it. You better understand it.
That's what it is. And for women,
If I want a real woman, I'm going to someone in their 40s.
and so let me just say this. Let me just say this. Hello. Hello. Knock knock.
What? Cause this nigga get he can't
Yeah,
satisfy
what?
because
Okay,
he
so I
can't.
just wanted to say this, and then you can have the floor back. I just came back and I can do it. I just wanted to say
She
this.
just got back from Philly, y'all. We was at her house. We spent the night.
Oh,
You don't know.
God. So
Irie, lower your voice, babe.
so
Yeah, we got
on the
India.
phone.
India
I'm
Irie's in the
sorry,
building. She's
guys.
gonna do a
I'm
song
sorry.
after this. India Irie. Yeah, we got celebrities. This is our
okay, so
podcast.
listen, over 40. I'm talking to y'all over 40. Okay. Listen, ladies, I understand. I know what you're going
Don't
through.
give us the quiet storm
Those
voice.
of you.
Be loud. Be loud and obnoxious like you do.
No.
Let her talk.
Those of
Sound
you,
like a
I'm
radio
never
host.
obnoxious.
You was like, mother.
Hey,
Ever
Vaughn.
gonna let you can forget it.
You know we got it on film.
He said, Vaughn ain't never gonna let you talk. Okay, over 40. Ladies, I understand. I know what you're
Danger
going through.
zone.
There.
The men are changing. They're changing, right? They're going through things.
my man.
And guess what? Y'all starting to go through shit too. I'm gonna give you some advice, right?
Get you a
Be
nigga
honest.
down.
Be honest with your dude. When you start going through menopause, when you start going through changes with your body, you
Take
don't
it out on
know.
the man.
Tell him what's going on. Because
You're
men
right.
don't be knowing what the fuck is wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? You're going through emotional roller coasters. He's not understanding why. You know what you're going through, but you don't want to face it. You're not ready yet, right? But you can't control that shit. When it comes, it's coming with a
Danger
vengeance.
zone.
With a vengeance. You feel me? So I would just recommend, because a lot of my friends are hitting me up.
No,
They're
but
having a
Carla,
lot of
I-
issues. They're having a lot of issues with their dudes right now, and I'm like, did you tell him you're going through menopause? I'm not telling him that shit because he gonna throw it up in my face every chance he gets. Guys, don't make her feel like that. Like, because when your dick stops standing up, you're gonna want her to understand when you go through that shit.
get
Boy,
Because
you don't want to tell
that's y'all menopause.
Boy, my
Y'all
shit
also
went
go
down
through
many
menopause.
nights. I was
So
like, yo,
please
I'm
don't ever
tired.
forget that. You you need
You be
one
trying to find all
another.
types of reasons. You're out there.
Support one another through those moments. Support one another through those moments, and just be honest and communicate. And y'all can alleviate so many arguments, so many petty ass arguments. Just tell each other what's going on.
Hey, Ty,
you feel me? So that's my advice. And one more thing,
I'm not used to being right.
And one more thing, when you guys are having sex, just enjoy each other. Have fun. Step outside the box. Do different shit. Go different places. Girls, tell your man, baby. Listen, when you get home from work, right, I'm gonna lay you out a dope fit. Lay his fit out. Lay his underwear. Lay everything out. It smell good. All that shit. Lay it out on the bed. He come home. I'm saying, take a shower. Be like, yo, I'm gonna have a car bring you here. Let the car bring him there. Let him go sit at the bar. You put in your sexy shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a peacoat.
You talking about some role playing?
You some role playing.
You want to
Little sick ass peacoat with some heels with nothing underneath.
But you get that when you deserve that.
Yeah.
He
gonna be
Everybody get that. You can't get that kind of treatment to everybody.
I have one serious question.
Hold on, Harry O.
him like that, I'm gonna give him all that.
Harry O need to
I
speak.
just want to ask one question,
You know
right?
that.
And this is serious, right?
Yeah.
Because I never experienced a conversation. What is really happening when women go through menopause? I've never
hot
had
flashes.
No, I know
mood
it's hot
changes,
flashes.
mood changes.
Okay, so
but if we knew about it, we wouldn't go off on you.
I just want to know. I want to know.
There's 3 ladies there.
I want to know from an experience, a woman that really had it, and how does it affect a man when he don't know she's going through those changes?
It affects men a lot.
I know. I want to know the symptoms. Though.
It's the same as pregnancy.
So when a woman's going through menopause, she's, again, as I said before, going through like an emotional roller coaster. The main reason for that is because she doesn't want to accept that she's going through it. She fully knows. We know from a young age that it's coming. It's in the horizon. We know that, right? So she doesn't want to accept that. So she's already going to have mood swings and anger issues. On top of that, she's having hot flashes. Her body is changing. Her hormones are changing. She's losing the estrogen in her body that makes her very feminine. And so that's hard. That's hard to deal with, right? And then the hot flashes, she can't sleep at night. She could all of a sudden, you know, she putting the fan on and shit in her face, and you like, yo, it's cool, it's alright in here. And she's like, no, it's not. You don't feel that shit.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So,
and she's doing that because she's mad, because she knows what's happening, but she doesn't want to face it. So
see, we just buy a Corvette.
Physically, what happens to her?
I got a 20-year-old girlfriend.
Some women experience very sore breasts, almost like they just had a baby and their breasts are filled with milk and they're very sore, very sore. Some women go through that. Then the other thing is their periods start to get irregular until they just all of a sudden just stop. Some women go through vaginal dryness. That's very hard for women to deal with.
It's hard for them to deal with too.
For them, they're losing some of their femininity, and that's really hard to deal with for some women. And so that's why there's things like lubricant. Lubricant is just not for anal play, but it's also for...
Hold on.
alright, let's go back to
What is it?
I'm just saying.
Not just for?
There are lubricants that simulate the natural juices of a woman's vaginal,
Only got 5 minutes.
secretion. So anyway, listen, you can hit me up. I can talk to you more about it.
What's the name of your company?
Ladiva Romance Collection.
What you sell? What you sell?
I sell almost everything. Though.
Like what? What's the best seller?
My best seller?
Toy.
Oh, my best toy. Mr. DLS.
That's the King Kong.
Daddy Longstroke.
That's the King Kong.
Yeah, that's the
I don't want to know about no dildos, bro.
Anything you want to shout out, Rose? Anything you want to shout out? Any business? Anything you want to shout out?
The comment.
I already shout out One Stop Entertainment. Shout out your business.
I don't even see me on the screen.
Dave, pan over here.
Jermaine Harris. I'm sorry. I want to shout out Jermaine Harris. I don't believe I know who you are, but you've been rocking with us from the beginning of this recording. Yeah. I've been noticing that, and I've been kind of in and out because I got a lot going on today. But I appreciate you. Thank you for your comments and for watching. I saw a lot of folks on here chime in and out real quick. I know it's a beautiful day. I know it's a Sunday. You can always catch it on the replay. We are also on YouTube. Vaughn is working on making our new YouTube channel. Yes. That should be up soon.
And be sure to follow us on. Go ahead.
All of us. Facebook, Twitter,
Instagram.
But check it out. But the most important thing is when you see our YouTube page go up, like, share, subscribe.
Please do.
Even if you don't like us, there's certain TV shows people watch because they want to see what that dumb motherfucker gonna say next. They get ratings too. You don't gotta agree with what we say, but like or dislike, hit something. They all mean the same thing. Help us out. Go ahead.
I got nothing other than.
He's like, listen, I'm tapped out.
Honestly,
It's a wrap.
Listen, I don't know how many people watch this, but if I had anything I had to say, I gotta say, understand this country was built on unions. It was built on the back of slaves. It was built after slavery. It became them just building it on the back of poor people, and unions were formed to represent poor people and to make sure we had a fair shot to raise our families. Corporate America and the government are coming after unions, and we need to stand up and fight for each other. It's the only thing we have. I got my own business, but that doesn't matter. I'd rather fight for unions. That's all I got.
And we need unions in our personal life too. Because what they say, united we stand, divided we fall.
That's right. That's right.
There's more Caucasian people in this country than us, right? But that's because people from Puerto Rico think they're different from the African Americans, who think they're different from the Jamaicans, who think they're different from.
Always coming for me. Always coming for me.
Shit, right
And
here.
then when I say,
You could have said that to her.
Hold on.
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yo, he got a problem.
Listen.
always coming for
I
me.
ain't got nothing to do with what he just said.
Yo, he
Listen. All I'm trying to say is, he spoke about unions, and all I'm trying to say is, if all people of color came together, we could control over the Caucasians.
Well, why'd you come to me?
No, I said all our nationalities.
This is how we end up arguing all the time.
We're not arguing.
I love you.
See, you're
but
not
we
trying to
always-
be a union.
But
Yeah,
we the same thing.
At this point, it ain't got nothing to do
Boy,
with control
you
over the
skipped over the Puerto
Caucasian.
Rican that
Yes,
same
sir.
idea.
No,
Yeah,
we think we're separate.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
sir. We're not going to, like, bypass the
Clearly got an
elephant
issue with you.
It's
You're
not
clear.
personal.
Because
I'm trying to say
it's
what
the
you're saying.
It's the have and the have not.
If I put it to have, well, the black folk.
Yeah, and
Over
Vaughn
there.
right there.
No, I'm talking about all our people of color
Nigga,
nationalities.
Puerto
If
Rican.
we stay together, we will get a lot further than we are.
All right, I'm about to shut that
Jamaicans
down.
think different than
No,
Haitians.
no.
You can't shut that down.
All the other nationalities stay together except for black people.
Right, that's what I just said.
Because you
said it the
let me tell you
opposite way.
something.
That's why they winning.
An Asian person will fight for an Asian person they don't know simply because they see an Asian person struggling. A black person won't do
Listen,
that.
if you see an Italian person, say you see a dude from Norway, and you see another dude from what's another Poland. They cannot like each other, but if one got peanut butter and one got chocolate, they're gonna make a Reese's. And still keep his peanut butter company, he gonna keep his chocolate company. They gonna make money hand over fist. If two black dudes don't get along, there's nothing they're gonna do in business. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish.
I'm about to make that
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. When you see a white dude, say this is a white dude right here, and I'd be like, yo, you the funniest, he told me a joke, you the funniest Irish dude I ever met. I'm not Irish, I'm from Poland. He's not upset. When you say to a Jamaican dude, yo, you the funniest Haitian I ever, no, Haitian. And you say to a, hold on. And you say to a Puerto Rican woman or Puerto Rican man, yo, you the funniest Mexican I ever seen. Why you no fucking Mexican? Those people are the same color, Caucasian, and we're the same color, but we beef any chance we get. Long as we separate, they always gonna win. If all the people of color, that means India, They dark. They're different brown than us.
Listen, they came from black people.
But all of them did.
They all did.
So what I'm saying is, it's not about. I wasn't coming at you. I'm saying we gotta know.
He picking
when
that.
No,
He picking that.
I'm just saying.
Listen. We ending it. We ending it.
All right.
We got 5 minutes, guys.
Slavery. They took all the people from Africa. Some people got drugged with Haiti, but France ran them. So they speak Creole, broken French. They dropped some in Puerto Rico. They dropped some all these fucking Virgin Islands. They dropped some in America.
Okay.
We the same
What is
shit.
your point, Vaughn?
He said unions are good for jobs. We need to make a union with us so we can succeed.
Yes.
It's impossible, though.
That's the point I was trying to make.
It's
So
impossible.
Jermaine Harris said, what I'd like to say is read, research, and change your mindset. Then he says, hold on, can I propose something? I see 6 people on the panel, right? So each one of y'all put up 10 grand and let the person with the best credit buy some land up in Connecticut, and then y'all build businesses and houses, etc.
Let me explain something, man.
We can do that.
Hold up. Let me just reply to that. I like the concept, but not in Connecticut, bro. We gotta go to the South, cause you ain't gonna get nothing for that for 60,000, bro. We gotta go down South. Much love to you, though. You have the right mindset, my dude. But 60,000, we ain't getting nothing. But
but 60,000, you can get a $300,000 loan.
But Vaughn,
With 60,000.
But why?
If you got that kind
If you can go to the South and get acres, bro,
Yes, sir.
and you can plant,
Hold on.
and then.
No. I'm just saying 60
You
is
got
not nothing.
I know. I'm trying to
60,
explain.
whatever you put up, you can get
I'm
triple.
trying to
60
explain.
ain't nothing.
I'm trying
You
to.
can get triple in a loan. You
Not,
other
is
people
it
money.
possible I can say something? Damn.
Hurry up!
I have no problem. I'm getting back to the topic. You have a great comment, and I really appreciate the feedback. Right? What I'm saying is, and I'm talking to everybody in here and the audience also. Vaughn, you're right. To get the $300,000 loan on the 60, makes sense, right?
And we can still do that
Right.
south.
But do it down south.
Right.
I won't recommend you buy no land in Connecticut.
I'm just saying 60 is
If
not
you go,
zero.
never mind.
No, I'm serious. I was just saying. You said we can't do it on
but
60.
I didn't
We take
say
the 60 and convert it to
That's
350,
right.
and then go down south.
No. I think if you're gonna do it, it should be done in the South, and then you put cattle on your land, and that's when the magic happens. So for people who don't understand that,
Cattle make money.
buy land and put cattle on it.
That's better than tenants.
Then you talking, okay? And
He's
much
right.
love, man. I
You can
respect
make more
that,
with
man.
cattle than fucking tenants.
So Jermaine says 60K with best credit can leverage a whole lot because a lot of people can't leave Connecticut now.
That's what that says.
Why not?
You don't have to leave in order to invest.
To go buy land, yeah.
Right.
Still invest.
I mean, I
With
think
the internet?
at our age, I'm 49.
Damn, you older than him? What the fuck?
Ain't you 50?
I'm saying that's what he was.
I'm proud, man.
I thought you were 52.
No, it's good to get older because
Can we speak to the audience? We can joke that. You guys suck, man. Don't call me up.
You guys. You will be in with him?
I ain't doing this shit, motherfucker.
We
This
can't
is
invite
why-
him. He'll be every
This is
time.
why I don't come.
I
I ain't come since 2022 in the winter when it first started. So the end of 2021.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm just be man, you right about that. I think if you want to leave Connecticut and get land, if you do have the means, that would be a perfect opportunity to do so.
Mm-hmm.
However, just purchasing land in the New York, the tri-state area, period, is not worth it.
Right.
It's not worth it.
I want to invest
South.
down there and still live here though, for some reason.
But thank you guys for tuning in.
This is where I'm from.
My guy right here. I knew all. Damn, y'all all right, man. But
We're gonna all say bye.
cheers, man.
Catch us, guys. 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks.
Yo,
every 2
always
Sundays,
put
we'll be
God
back.
first.
Please share this video if you're on Facebook.
Click like and
watching.
share.
Always put God first. Love yourself. Stop the
And
violence.
give us some new topics.
Stop the black on black crime. Love yourself. Be yourself. Love your family. Do the best you can do.
Thank you all for coming out. God bless.
Good night.
Good night.
Yo, she had that shit on point. That's the only time we agreed all day.
The only nice fucking guy.
I didn't say I was a nice guy. I didn't
Motherfuckers. Fuck you, Vaughn.